Tonight on Alone in the Dark, you're going to see some familiar faces and a familiar place. This is the closest to a crossover thing we've ever done on the ESI Network, and I, for one, am excited because Alone in the Dark is invading Hellscream. Now, Hellscream Inc. is the #1 watch show on the ESI Network, and, well, followed closely by Alone in the Dark. We don't really need to talk about that, but I know what you're thinking. That's one of those, like, haunted attractions. There's actors and animatronics and stuff like that. Brandon, why are you investigating that place? There's no ghosts and stuff there, or rumored to be, but that's where you're wrong. Before it was a haunted attraction, the #1 haunted attraction in all of the nation, it was a nursing home. People have passed into this building, and a lot of people say they're still there. But that's where your friend Brandon comes in and wants to find out for sure. Now, I have never told anybody about the experience that I've had here, and to include the owner, Vince, I'm going to tell him now. But a lot of people have had experiences here, and I look forward to having more tonight. Hi, my name is Brandon Bishop. Tonight, without a film crew, production crew, sound effects, scary music, or silly gadgets, I'm going to stay the night in one of the most haunted locations anywhere. It'll just be me, my cameras, and whatever else is out there. So tonight I will truly be alone in the dark. So, many of you know, Hellscream Inc. is on the ESI Network. Like I said, it's a #1 watch show on the ESI Network. We're heading into the 3rd season. What you may not know is that I'm actually the guy behind the camera for most of that. I'm also the guy that takes it all home, edits it. So when I'm here doing that, which I've been here for hours and hours, and I've spent pretty much as much time as you could possibly spend in this building, I'm going at 100 miles an hour. I am filming, I'm running around this place. I have something called the Hellscream Cardio that it's a program that I recommend to all of you if you get the opportunity to know these people. It's 74 rooms in there. The place is gigantic. There's different themes in every single room. There's 3 stories. I mean, I'm chasing around all the different actors and people that are featured on the show. It's nice to actually be doing it this way because I get to focus on the building, focus on the rumors behind the building, which I'll find out about here in a minute. We have a paranormal group, the West Cliff Paranormal Group here in Colorado, that just did a paranormal investigation of Hellscream. They found all kinds of stuff. Awesome. We're going to interview them, find out what the hot spots are. We're going to talk to Vince. This is awesome. This is keeping it in the family right here. The crossover edition. Alone in the Dark at Hellscream. Does it get any better for this? Does it get any better than this for your viewing dollar, the side viewers? Does it? No, I didn't think it did. Let's go find Vince. If this hallway looks familiar at all to you, it's because you see it at the beginning of this show. Every single episode, they were gracious enough to let me go ahead and film in this hallway to do the little spooky thing. It doesn't get any better than this if you're trying to be spooky. So I said, hey Vince, can I use your hallway? And he's like, yeah, sure, man. Anyway, speaking of Vince. Vince!
Right here.
Ah, there's the man right there.
How's it going?
How's it going? Hey, we're going to be on TV together.
We are.
I think, is this the first time we did that interview thing? But
that's right. Yep.
But other than that, I think this is the crossover. Look at this. For all the ESI viewers, this is the dream right here. This is their dream.
That's right.
Let me see. Right there. Okay.
Very nice.
Let them get their fill. Let them drink it in.
Yeah.
But we're not here for you this time.
That's right. We're here for you.
We're here for me. It's
another
me.
Show,
it's all about me.
That's right.
So, but I had to get you in here. You're the man here. For those of you, if you have the ESI Network, I already know that you watch Hellscream Inc. because they got the #1 show on Hellscream Inc.
Yeah. Good news. Yeah, #1. Sorry.
I have 3 different shows and I can't touch their numbers at all. But we're actually here because people say that this place isn't only manufactured to be haunted.
Right.
This place is haunted.
Legitimately haunted, yes. Multiple paranormal groups have been through here, and they have picked up a tremendous amount of evidence. It's haunted.
Well, what if your phone is always ringing, by the way.
Sorry.
No, I just know this, you know. But you changed the ringtone.
I did.
You don't have the doomy, gloomy one.
Not the spooky one. We're in the off season right now. It's not haunted house season right now.
You need a break from the
right.
everything.
The madness. Gotcha. I want to take you to some hot spots here inside of Hellscream Haunted House, and we've had countless reports in countless rooms of things going on. But one of the ones that really stands out, and you can kind of see right here, this mannequin with the absolutely creepy eyes. Our former head of staff, she may come back one day, but Chris Spiller.
This is Chris.
Oh no, this is not our head of staff right here.
I was going to say, what did you do to her? That's a dedicated head of staff right there.
That's right.
Keeping an eye on stuff.
Well, if they've watched Hellscream Inc., they know Mama Chris, and
we love Mama Chris.
That's right. We were standing right here talking. I was talking to Chris, and Chris looked over, and she said those eyes just moved. She swears to this day those eyes moved on this mannequin. Now, I mean, this thing looks so realistic, it's not even funny. And she swears the eyes just, did a side-to-side thing, and she'll verify it. Do an interview with her, and she will absolutely verify that.
Well, tell me a little something about, I mean, I know your history and all that stuff, but, and I don't even know why I'm doing it, because if they've watched my show's like something they do after they watch Hellscream. Right. They're like, let's watch Hellscream, there's a whole new season out now, and oh, that was fun. What else is on here? Oh, Alone in the Dark. We'll watch that for 5 minutes, and then. But I mean, tell me all about Hellscream Haunted House and how long you've been in this building. What this building was before. Yeah. And yeah.
Well, this Hellscream Haunted House. This will be our 8th season coming up. But in this building, it'll be 4 years in this building, and we've done some research. We've had a lot of the neighbors that have lived here in this area for a lot of years. They've actually come to us and told us. This was a medical research facility. It was like a medical college. It was we've had people even say it was a mental health facility at one time. There's been a nursing home in here. It's always been medical, sort of a medical building, medically related, and so we kind of think that maybe is what is fostering some weird activity, is the fact that this used to be kind of a medical facility. It was built in 1962. Okay. So it's been around for a long time, and there's a lot of residual something going on in here.
So I mean, a safe bet is that somebody at some point, especially in a nursing home aspect, didn't leave this building the same way they came into it.
Right, exactly.
Basically, they died here.
Yes, thank you.
I'm trying to sugarcoat it. It's 2016. You got to sugarcoat everything.
Yeah, you do. So on this level, this is where we do the murder mysteries. My phone's going off again, sorry. We do the murder mysteries in here, and also this is part of the haunted house tours. Well, like I mentioned before, we had a couple of paranormal groups that have come through here, and in this room right here, we call it the mud room. It's the room that leads into the cemetery. They have picked up with like kind of an intuitive, a psychic medium. They said they just feel a really heavy presence or heavy energy. And there's actually a couple times that I came through here that I got really, really dizzy in this room right here. And we're not sure. And in fact, they had actually didn't even set foot in this room, and they were walking towards it, and they're like, oh, wait, stop. And they would just they're feeling something, just some kind of a dark energy in this room of some sort. So this is our mud room.
Well, what do you got to say about the people that are going to be like, okay, they're just putting the rumor out there because they're in the industry, right, where they have to scare people. And what better way to scare people than to say the place is really haunted, right, when it's also manufactured to be haunted? Yeah. I mean, of course people are going to say that. Right. I've actually heard, I said, hey, I'm going to go investigate the Hellscream Haunted House. And they're like, why? You going to, like, talk to an animatronic or something?
Yeah. Yeah, well, we see, in all honesty, we have actually, for years, we've steered clear of any of the paranormal investigations, because, I mean, for us, I just have never really seen the value in calling this a truly haunted house and actually using it for marketing purposes. We feared in the past that maybe that would scare away, it literally scare too many people away, because what we do is just entertainment value. We fabricate scary things, we build gory things, we make the gore the scare, and it's just all about entertainment for us. To tag on the actual paranormal stuff and all that, it's just never been our thing. but it's something we've been kind of pulled into because we're getting reports that this place is haunted and all that kind of stuff. So I see, you know, as far as an entertainer, or, you know, my business partner Jeff calls me P.T. Barnum because I do a lot of, you know, pretty grandiose marketing and stuff. But I've never seen the value in actually using that as a ploy or a storyline, you know, as far as like, hey, come to the truly haunted house. So I just really didn't think it was going to help us from a business standpoint at all. So now we're kind of in the off season. I'm not advertising it. We're not throwing it on social media like, hey, you know, this haunted house, it's a real haunted house, blah, blah, blah. We're not doing that.
How did the word get out?
That we're haunted?
Yeah, I mean,
customers that have seen things, actors that are being touched, that are seeing shadow figures. And we've let some of these paranormal groups come in that are, you know, become good friends of ours, and that's what they do. And we thought, you know, hey, let them come in. We don't charge them anything. Just let them come in and check the place out. Just kind of for us, it's kind of for fun. And they're turning up all kinds of crazy stuff in the process. So I don't know. We're skeptics. And I've said before, that kind of stuff actually freaks me out pretty bad. The real paranormal stuff, the haunting, the ghosts. I'll do scary, fake, dress people up in a costume, jump out of a corner, yell boo, whatever. They don't yell boo, boo. That's pretty cheesy. But
it'd be so easy if ghosts really did that.
I mean, exactly.
Oh, you're talking about your actors?
My actors.
Oh,
yeah.
I was going to say, if the real ghost just came out and went boo, I'd be like, there you are. Like,
yeah.
I don't even have to film anymore. Just turn it off.
There's your proof. There's your proof.
Exactly. I am going to stay here all night.
Right.
Thank you, by the way.
Oh, absolutely. We're excited.
Access of your location here. And I know every inch of this place.
Yep.
Because, like I said, I filmed every episode of Hellscream Inc. And I could pretty much go through this place with my eyes closed, as of course you could.
Oh, yeah.
But would you stay overnight in complete darkness by yourself? Or have you?
I never have, actually. I never have, no. My daughter and Jeff's daughter, they've actually had slumber parties in here, birthday parties, overnight, and terrifying. They said they'd never do it again. I have actually never stayed overnight in here. I've sworn that I'll never do it, but I think you're twisting my arm, and I'm actually considering it. Maybe doing a Alone in the Dark episode with you in Hellscream.
Oh, there's got to be a part 2 if you're going to do it.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of your daughter, you did say she had an incident in the bathroom. I guess we don't have to go to the women's room. You can tell me.
Right. And I could kind of take you to that area, but my daughter Kaylee, actually, during Haunted House season 2 years ago, she was in the bathroom, heard a little girl, and we were fully operational. We had customers, and she was an actress. She snuck off, had to go use the restroom, and she heard a little kid crying inside of this bathroom. It's not a public restroom. This is only for actors. Heard a little girl crying, and she looked under the stall to see feet. You know, she was going to see, like, you know, what's wrong, little girl? And nobody was there. And my daughter stood up, and it went from crying to laughter. And you know, she's 17 years old. This was, you know, 15 years old 2 years ago, and no reason to make up a story like that. Well, upstairs, the men's room, 2 weeks ago, I was in the men's room. I work in here by myself a lot, you know, building stuff and making it scary. And I was in the restroom, and I heard sound like somebody said, "Hey." It was kind of a moaning voice that said, "Hey." And so I paused, and I went out, and I thought it was Jeff, my business partner, because we'll announce when we're here so we don't scare each other accidentally, because it's happened a lot.
You'll have to do that.
Oh, you do.
There's so many mannequins and like I said, animatronics and crap everywhere, and zombies, and this place is scary without the rumors.
It is, yeah. So I heard the voice, sound like somebody said, "Hey," and it was borderline, sounded like they said my name. So I went out and I was yelling, "Jeff, Jeff, Jeff," and I went downstairs, looked around. The doors were still locked. I locked myself in and went and looked at the surveillance cameras. Nobody in this building except for me. And then I heard it a second time, the same voice, the same moan. And I said, "Yep, time to go home." So I packed up and left. I was freaked out.
You did tell me another time about a story about, since you mentioned Jeff, he was doing some rewiring.
Yes.
And then you heard a scream.
Yep. It was right when we bought the building. We were in here, and the building was just bare bones. And I was actually showing one of our actors, kind of showing him around on the 3rd floor, the upper level. And we're talking, and I'm kind of telling him this room's going to be this and this. And all of a sudden, a male blood-curdling scream, just a guttural scream that was so loud. And we just both froze, and I looked at him, I said, "You heard that?" And he goes, "Absolutely." I said, "Jeff's working on wiring downstairs." I said, "He's been electrocuted." So we ran downstairs, I ran into the room, and I said, "Jeff, are you okay?" And he was crouched down on the ground, he's still wiring the outlet. He spins around, looks at me, he goes, "Yeah, I'm fine, why?" And I said, "Did you hear that?" He goes, "Hear what?" He heard nothing, and we heard this male scream, and this was right when we moved in. So I've heard things, and you know, I've sat and thought, you know, is it ambient noise outside? Is it somebody yelling outside and it carries in? But I'm telling you, most people don't yell or scream like that. You know, it was just this kind of a weird disembodied thing going on. I don't know. So I was freaked out.
Well, the first thing, I'm not a medium. I'm not even really a real paranormal investigator. I'm not.
Right.
I'm a guy who's curious, who watches the shows and goes, that's kind of dumb, and goes, I'd rather just do a stripped down version of it.
Sure.
But the first thing I notice about this place when there's no actors in here, there's no lights going around, there's nothing moving around, is it's dead quiet.
Oh, it is.
I mean, you'll hear cars outside once in a while, maybe something you'll hear, building noises. You have 70-something rooms here.
We do.
And I mean, the place is huge. It doesn't look huge from the outside, but this place is freaking huge. There's a whole basement level, there's an upstairs, 3 floors. But it's so quiet.
It is. It is. It's an eerie silence. When I'm in here working, building and stuff, I'll crank up the music as loud as I can because I just know I'm going to hear something because it's that quiet, and something's going to disturb that silence. There's going to be a creak, a pop, a voice, or I don't know what it is. But I'll crank the music up, I'll work, I'll do my thing, just so I can't hear anything. So
what happens if you do hear something or see something someday that's dead on proof? Are you going to pack up ship and head up to another building, or I mean?
No, I don't think so. I mean, you know,
just a few less late nights.
Absolutely, I'll cut my late night short. No, you know, and a lot of the paranormal groups that have been through here, I've talked to them, and they said, you know, they just need to be talked to. You know, that the spirits or the entities in here, or whatever. Just let them know that you mean them no harm. You mean, you know, you're not going to hurt them. You're here. You're friendly. You can coexist and all that stuff. I'm like, for me, that's getting a little too deep. I don't want to have to communicate with them. I'd rather ignore it and run. So, but I know that's not the way to do it. But yeah, I don't know. I dread the moment that I see something or there's irrefutable evidence that takes place, and it just. I won't be in here by myself any longer, so.
Well, let's see what we get tonight, huh?
Yeah, I'm excited.
Hi, I'm Jason Connor. I'm the president of Westcliff Paranormalist. I've been a paranormal investigator for about 7 years now. Started down in Canyon City and moved up to Westcliff about 5 years ago and started the group up there. So, been doing that ever since and going around all the different haunted locations we can get a hold of in Southern Colorado and seeing what we can find.
I'm Carrie Connor, and I'm one of the founding members of Westcliff Paranormalists.
And I'm Michelle Hines, and I'm actually a relatively new member.
The last time we investigated was at the Hellscream Haunted House, which was where we're at now, last weekend. Got some interesting activity, heard a few audible noises while we were here, but since we've been reviewing the evidence, we found some interesting stuff. Got a couple of really good EVPs and an interesting thermal image, as well as a still camera image that seems to be a really good piece of evidence. It's got a white light streak in it that doesn't have any real good explanation because there was no flash or anything during the taking of that photo.
When we investigated here last week, we actually discovered a gentleman by the name of Jonathan down in the coffin room. He was a relatively pleasant guy. Got a couple of EVPs, and we also got a shadow figure on the thermal camera. Upstairs in one of the wheelchairs, we met a gentleman named Charlie, 80-something-year-old World War II vet. And we also met Lucy. Alice, who Michelle spoke with.
10-year-old little girl. We met her in the pool room. We had a lot of flashlight activity. We'd ask questions and the flashlights would turn on as a yes, or she could turn it off.
I've heard some of the names I've heard in this place are like Charles and Jonathan. My wife, she of course is a medium in our group. I'm a lot more scientific, so I don't get a lot of that, but she did get those names while we were investigating here.
I started with a lot of nausea and just kind of heaviness on my chest, so that might be something to look out for as well, just to pay attention, and if you get odd feelings, might be somebody trying to communicate.
I would say you could expect to have some interesting experiences. I would, you know, until I've been in a place several times, I won't go out on a limb and say yes, it's definitely haunted, but I would say given our first experience, there's a good amount of evidence to lean towards that assumption.
You'll get your hair pulled, maybe some thumps and bumps in the night. I'm guessing that people will try to communicate with you. Depending on how sensitive you are, you may or may not hear them. And flashes of light here and there. I wish you luck.
Okay, this is where you made a friend,
I did.
and his name was
Charlie.
Charlie! And he is apparently a
World War II vet.
in the Air Force.
From the Air Force, yes.
And you said he's attached to this wheelchair. Right there.
Right there.
All right. So, obviously it has a new friend on there. It's
Right.
So tell me exactly why we feel sorry for Charlie.
Charlie's family pretty much abandoned him. His wife died, I think when they were in their 50s. And he was very grouchy, upset, couldn't deal. His kids just...
So let me clarify. You're a medium. What is that for people like me who have no idea?
The departed communicate with me.
The dead people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
One size below large.
Because departed could mean, they went to Brooklyn on a plane or
You're
something.
right. You're right. I'm sorry. Let me clarify. Dead people communicate with me.
Dead people talk.
Spirits come along and they put messages in my head.
And how long have you been talking to dead people? Like ever since The Sixth Sense came out, or? I'm kidding.
Possibly. I don't know. For as long as I can remember, I had imaginary friends my whole life. And thinking back now, they were probably spirits.
My imaginary friends didn't even want to play with me, but maybe Charlie, he's probably upset about this thing right here. Does this come up? Or here we go. Okay. Vince, I'll put it back. Okay.
Tied down.
Is it really tied down?
No.
They really they're thorough. They don't want people stealing their zombies.
There we go.
Okay. We're gonna put this guy over here for a minute, which I think is a great spot for him. I mean, that's creepier than the wheelchair right there.
That is pretty creepy.
They need my
It's
help
like she
around
left a little nugget of something in there.
That's been older bodily functions.
Whatever.
Oh!
Just kidding.
But that tastes
I wanted that reaction right there. Anyway, so Charlie, this is his wheelchair. Apparently, Vince said this wheelchair came from Fort Carson.
Evans Army Hospital.
Evans Army Hospital. I don't
Yes.
listen very well.
That's on 4 cars.
So old Charlie is attached to this wheelchair. He probably doesn't like the dummy on there.
Right. And like I said, his family basically abandoned him. He passed on in his 80s, and he was basically alone. He was a double amputee, and after I spent some time talking with him, he actually had a smile on his face. I felt a lightness, and I could just feel that he was a little happier that somebody took some time to listen to him.
Well, I'll definitely talk to him, but I don't think he can out-grumpy me. I am 42 years old right now, and when everybody's booming their bass in the street outside of my home, I'm the guy now that stands on the porch like, "Hey, you kids, you stop yelling!" And that's me now. So we may get along very well. We may be like those two Muppets up in the balcony. I forget their names, but the two grouchy old men, that'll be us.
The critics, yeah.
Absolutely. So I'm looking forward to meeting Charlie, and
Charlie is glad to have somebody that's going to be spending the evening in here with him.
oh, nice. And he just told you that.
He did.
Okay.
He did. He welcomes you. And he's willing to do his best to out-grumpy you.
And would you tell me if he didn't welcome me? I hope you would.
I would tell you.
Okay,
I
good.
would tell you, but no. He said that if you want to have a grump off, let's do it, man.
A grump off.
Yes.
Charlie, you're on, Charlie. Let's do this, you and me, right now. Okay, this used to be, as recent as a week ago, that pool table was here, so it may look a little different. These guys at Hellscream, literally, as soon as the season ends, they are building crap and moving stuff around. They're like doozers. You ever watch Fraggle Rock?
Yeah.
They are the doozers of the haunt industry, and it's quite impressive to see. But
I am so proud of him right now.
Oh, I know Fraggles. I know Fraggle. Red, Go-Go, Boober. You know.
We are going to be
Nice.
good friends.
So in this room, you met who?
Alice.
This is the Alice room.
This is where we met Alice. She's a 10-year-old little girl. My guess would be she picked me to talk to because I'm a mom and she was lonely. It was it was pretty cool. She was turning on lights for us on the pool table, which is now on the wall, so that might be a challenge. But
Well, maybe she'll play some poker with me.
maybe you could teach her.
I
She
don't
might
know how to
appreciate
play
having-
poker.
So play Go Fish.
They got a deck of Uno cards around here. Maybe it's about as far as I go. Skip bow anybody, but. So the next hot spot that you guys had was the coffin room.
Yes, down in the basement.
Shall we go?
All right.
go.
Follow you. Do you know how to get there?
Yes.
Okay, following you. Was it you that had the problem with this mask?
Yeah.
Is it just that it's creepy? Because it is creepy. It's got red eyes and it's...
There's something dark attached to the whole costume.
Does anybody else get a really big chill in here more so than
Yeah.
the other places?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's not just me. See, I've
No.
always had a problem with these investigations. Let me talk to you because you guys do this. And like I said, I'm kind of a fake investigator.
Right.
But at the same time, I'm still doing it, so I guess it's not a fake thing. But I'm learning, absolutely. I've done hundreds of these things, but I'm still learning. Here's the thing. The difference between a chill and a cold spot.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you'll be just standing there like, it could be cold or whatever, but then all of a sudden it just rushes right through you. And you're like, what was that? And then other times you go, ooh, I got a chill, you know, but is there, like, what's the difference that you, explain it to me, what's going on?
Go ahead.
No, this is your area.
Okay. All right. A cold spot would be a spirit just kind of hanging out, wanting to chat. And that's usually, you know, somebody I get along with. A chill, for me, is somebody that I would really rather not talk to. And
So you're saying there's a difference in entities
yeah.
between a chill and a cold spot? Because, I mean, a chill you can get anywhere.
Right.
It's cold here. It's winter. It's the middle of January. Yes, it was sunny
Right.
today, but right now it's cold. We're in a basement. I got chills, but I know what a chill is because you get them all the time, like I said.
Right.
You get it from a stiff breeze.
And that's not necessarily... Was that you breathing?
Did you hear that? Oh, no, I said it. Ah, I said it. Oh, no, I can't. No, but did you hear that?
Yeah.
I heard it, but
Did you breathe?
No, it wasn't me.
It didn't sound like a breathe. It sounded like a...
Yeah, that wasn't me.
Did
I don't
Eileen
make,
on
I
say
don't
that?
make those noises.
It could have been the toilet kicking off. I don't know. Because we passed a running toilet.
Yeah, it could have been that, actually. And the toilet's like right there, too. isn't it?
Yeah.
So, okay, well, back to this mask. It's a
Okay.
creepy mask. You said you had some... I mean, look at that. That's going to freak you out. That could give somebody
Right.
nightmares.
Right. But no, there is something dark attached to this. And when I say dark, I don't mean like demonic. I just mean that,
Something not happy.
yeah, there is just... He could really go for a nice saging.
Saging. Well, see, I use like that. That's like a spice, right?
Yes, but
you
for...
can use it like in spaghetti sauce and.
right.
I've always
but
seen
for
the sage, the
ghosts-
burning sage, and all that. What is it? What is that?
It clears negative energy.
So it's like garlic for vampires.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, sage will clear negative energy. And there's a lot of negative energy on this guy.
Probably from the guy that made the costume.
Gotcha.
Right. Yeah, the
We've
story
heard-
about the
we've heard
guy that made the
interesting stories
costume.
about that guy, so.
He had some
Well,
bad
there was a
juju
guy that
with
worked
him.
here, and he wasn't special. I barely knew the guy, but he wasn't special. I've met him a couple times, and he was just what you call a douche. So I don't
Right.
think he has like some kind of paranormal, like
No,
superpowers or anything. He was just The douche.
And sometimes douchey people have negative energy.
So you're saying they rubbed his douchiness off on his prop?
Exactly.
Okay, so this is
Yeah.
the douche prop.
So, right. So I'm not saying it's a negative paranormal thing. It's just when I walked in here, it was just dark, negative, yuck, bad. I would not want this dude hanging out in my house because he's got negative energy.
Nobody wants a douche hanging out at their house.
Exactly. Jason, you're going to have to leave.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, right over here is where we got the image on the thermal camera. And
the EVP at the same time.
and the EVP at the same time.
On multiple devices.
Yeah, and so we were just, I had my back to douchebag here, and we were just kind of standing over here chilling and talking to Jonathan.
Yeah.
And what
I
did
was here
Jonathan
with the
say to
thermal
you?
camera.
He has been here. No, he's in his 30s. We determined that he's in his 30s. Doesn't know how he got here or why he's here. And when I asked if he was still here, he told us yeah. And we picked that up on the EVP.
You here now?
And the camera.
Right now, no, he's not in here.
Jonathan, where are you? You're gonna do them, but you're not gonna do me? Hello?
He might be hiding from the douche.
Oh yeah, the douche. Yes.
Hey, Jonathan! It's Carrie. Can you come in and talk to us? Hello?
Maybe he's camera shy.
He,
You know, this job ain't for everybody. You know, it's
yeah.
Remember we tried to turn on the other camcorder?
Harry turned on the other camera.
And it beeped and he left.
Yeah. No, he's hunkered down out there. He said he'll come out later. But,
You see, because I just got another massive, like, rush of cold through me.
Yeah.
Like, literally, I have goosebumps. You may feel them if you like. Yes, I have goosebumps all over me. And I'm not that guy who's, like, freaking out.
right.
I'm just standing here.
Yeah.
Nothing has changed. There's no way there's a wind in here.
No. Definitely not.
So it's, yeah, why would that happen?
Got it.
All right.
And it just happened again. For no reason.
Jonathan.
Pacing back and forth.
Jonathan, is there
You
too
have
much
two
in
lovely
here?
ladies right here, Jonathan, and you're going to touch me and him. It's, yeah. So maybe you should be hanging out with the douche. No. Okay. You guys got quiet. Yeah, you know.
Maybe he's telling you guys to leave.
Well, Jonathan, you don't own the place. Vince owns the place, and he said that I can be here with my little cameras, and they can be here, and that's just tough. So you're going to have to do mean things to me to get me to leave.
That's right. Jonathan, this is Brandon. He's going to be filming a show tonight. So would
Hey,
you
do me a
please-
favor. Do me a favor. I always
Yes.
wanted to do this since I've never really talked to like a medium before.
Okay.
Tell all the entities in the building,
Uh-huh.
okay, that if they show themselves or give me undeniable proof tonight,
Okay.
then that will make me rich and very, very famous.
Okay.
And then I will pay that forward to them. I will bring them whatever they want. You can come here and you can say, make a wish list, and I will bring that to them, and then they will be rich and famous.
Did you hear that, Jonathan?
I can tell your story to thousands of people.
You heard that, Jonathan?
I can. I can do this. Yes. All you got to do is this. And I don't have your cool gadgets. I have nothing except for this. So you have to like do some really good stuff. Like say something like, ah, boo, Brandon. I'm like, oh, crap. Make me crap my pants. That would make great television. It really would.
Make noises. Touch him.
Oh, please touch me.
Like grab his hair.
Oh, there. Oh, that was
me.
I'm kidding. I know.
Make his hair, make his
I know.
hair
I grew
stick
this
out
hair out
straight.
since the beginning of this show. So just
Yeah.
for that purpose.
Jonathan, do something. Pass it along to all
There's
your
nothing to
spirit
do with me
buddies
being
in
stuck
here.
in the 80s. Nothing at all. It's,
No. Hey, the 80s were a good time.
oh, they were great.
They were. So, Jonathan, please, please, make him rich
And famous.
and famous.
Yes.
Good luck, Brandon.
I am looking very, very forward to it. And this is where you lock me in and leave me.
This is it right here. Hopefully you won't hear too many things that go bump in the night.
Well, I will call you at 4 in the morning and tell you exactly what I hear.
Phone's on silent.
No, it's not. Don't lie to me.
Good luck. Good luck, man. I'm not envious or jealous of you.
Okay, Vince is gone. The paranormal investigators are gone. It's just me and Hellscream at this point. And I am I'm extremely excited about this one. We've been talking about doing this for a very long time, and it's happening right now. So lots and lots to cover. I told you this place has over 70 rooms. 70 rooms! Some of these places I do have like one room and maybe like a back closet or something, or 70 rooms and 3 stories. Like I said, I have to get my Hellscream cardio up to do this stuff, and now it's off season. I wasn't expecting to have to get my Hellscream cardio up, but now I have to get my Hellscream cardio up. Creepy ass place. I mean, it's designed to be creepy. It doesn't matter if this place was actually haunted or not. It's still freaking creepy. There's blood and guts and mannequins and monsters and zombies and crap everywhere all over this 70-room, 3-story building. And I'm going to cover every bit of it. And you're going to come with me. I'm never truly alone. Yes, physically I'm alone, but I know that somewhere out there in the Aside Network, somebody out there is sitting in front of their television in their nice comfy couch with a blanket over there going, Brandon, we're going to watch you tonight. We're going to watch you get freaked out over all kinds of crap, and it's going to be hilarious because you're suffering for us. Because this has to be done. You see, like I've said 1,000 times, there's no crews. There's no overly produced Hollywood segments in between all this stuff. There's no build-up story. There's no scary music in the background. There's no sound effects. There's no... What was that? None of that crap. It's me and you in this together. Now, what am I dealing with here at the Hellscream? Besides 70-plus rooms and 3 stories and a lack of cardio... we're dealing with a couple things. There's some lights I can't turn off, and that's fine. But there's a lot of lights that I can, and I'll get off all the lights that I can. I still like to leave some things on because I'm clumsy and I don't want to hurt myself or break their stuff. We've discussed this. There are some things running, like this refrigerator is running. And, oh, it's just... Nice. Little creamy Havarte, some Dutch Gouda, and oh, nice. They stocked the fridge for me. What are these? Little chocolate and toffee snacks. I'm on a diet, but... And they got drinks. Oh my God, those are good. Here's a free commercial for whoever this is. Baked in the USA. Good job. Wow. I'm eating every one of these. This is no longer a paranormal investigation. This is all about these little... Man! Anyway, the fridge makes noise, right? Nothing I can do about that. There's cars outside. I'll buy you another bag. Occasionally a car will drive by on the outside. You may hear it. Like I said, there's some lights I can't turn off, but I'll try to get all the ones that I can. Other than that, man, it's dead quiet in here. Lots of places to investigate, lots of fun to be had. And these are so good. I love chocolate and toffee. You know what? Honestly, I don't even have to do this whole room thing. I can just sit right here, look at that, and see if anything moves. Simple as that. I even got the outside covered. I can even watch my car from here. What am I worried about? 70 rooms, 3 floors. No. It's all right there. Sit on my ass all night and watch this. Now the real trick of this is finding the damn light switches for every single room. I know, oh, here we go. They're all painted over and everything. It's hard to tell. If I was a light in here, where would I be? Oh! Look at that, look at that! Here's the thing. If you ever watched the first season of Hellscream, Mama Chris, awesome woman, very, very, I won't say vulgar, but very in-your-face type of woman, and very, very awesome. Became a very good friend of mine, and I guess she's the one who said that these eyes moved. Well, she has very pretty eyes, but she doesn't have these guys right here. So what I like to do really quickly is have a staring contest. Let's see who blinks first. This is the creepiest thing I've ever done. The eyes are not moving, Chris. I just think you were in a bad mood because somebody that works here upset you. And you saw something. That probably didn't happen. Because they don't physically move. Like, I would say, like, maybe if the eyes, like some of the dolls, they have the eyes that shut and open and stuff like that, that's pretty creepy. But these don't. This doesn't, there's no, it's a mannequin. It's a sexy mannequin. Mwah. See, the problem with investigating a haunted house, like a attraction haunted house, is that this stuff is everywhere. Everywhere you turn, you're going to bump into something creepy. Like that. Or like that. And I mean every single place that you turn, you're going to bump into stuff like that. Like that. We're actually in the mud room right now. I spoke to Vince earlier when he gave me a little walkthrough. This is the room that he says he pretty much likes the least. When they were making the room, when they were painting the room, whatever they were doing in this room, he said it made him nauseous. He feels something in this room. These kind of things can't always be explained. I remember an episode at the Red Crags Inn where the Craftwood Suite made me sick to my stomach. Like literally made me nauseous. I don't know if it was the wallpaper, I don't know if it was the lighting in the room, which was kind of bright, but something about that room made me nauseous. This is that place for Vince. The funny thing is, when I was filming season 1 here at Hellscream, there was an actor named Rob. That also got really sick in this room. He actually had to pull himself off the haunt for the night because he was getting just like wanting to pass out. Usually when I'm here, and first of all, let me explain something to everybody. This is not a man bun, okay? I've had a couple people tell me that this is a man bun. This is not a man bun. This is me putting my hair in a ponytail when it's not actually long enough to put it in a ponytail. I'm doing with what I've got right here. I wanted the hair out of my face, okay? I'm not trying to have the hair coming down like some goth kid. No, I like having long hair, but I don't want it in my face. This is not a man bun. This is a ponytail, okay? Not a man bun, ponytail. Anyways, this room's extremely quiet. And I love it. I love the silence. I can hear some cars in the distance, that's fine, but you know what that is. I'm not hearing any voices. I'm not getting nauseous or anything like Vince did. But normally when I'm filming here, and I've filmed in this room many times with Hellscream Inc., normally I'm like hiding in a corner, and there's a bunch of screaming actors and a bunch of screaming customers, and there's music going on, scary music going in the background, sound effects, animatronics going off and all that good stuff. The place is chaotic. So you don't get a chance to sit around and listen. You don't get a chance to see what the actual building sounds are. So I don't know what they are, but I hear a lot of popping and stuff. I can guarantee it's just the building settling. It's kind of cold. You've got to put up with me all night. So I'd appreciate it if you don't make me waste my whole night. I'm going to get a TV show out of this either way. I'll either go back to the studio and say, hey, I didn't find nothing, or hey, I found you. That was a no. I'd much rather air this episode of Alone in the Dark at the Hellscream Haunted House and have something to show for it, to have something to offer the awesome viewers of this show, all 10 of you. But like I said, I'll still air the show. I'm not going to waste my time. I'm getting paid for this. What the hell? That just came on. Or was that always on? Holy crap, that's freaky. Did I accidentally turn this on somehow? What the hell? Oh, Jesus, that's a mirror. Is that a mirror? What is that? It's glass. I saw a reflection, and I saw my reflection. Okay. Haunted House 1, Brandon, nothing. But no, this light, I did not turn that light on unless I turned it on by accident. Huh. Alright, let's go to some higher levels here. Anybody up here? Coming up. You got a new friend. I'm here with you all night. What's happening? Quite possibly the creepiest hallway in the history of hallways. A lot of people said they feel weird in this hallway. Of course you do. It's designed to make you feel weird. I mean, look at this. When you have stuff like that, this, to deal with, you're going to feel pretty weird in a place. It's just going to happen. Weird. You know, Vince really seems like an even-tempered gentleman. He's a very awesome guy. Seems like a straight-edge, clean-cut type. No. No. The man's a freak. The man's a freak. I would say you should be more afraid of Vince and the other owners here than anything in this house. Okay. I'm pretty bummed out at myself right now, and I am desperately in need of an assistant or someone to just remind me of stuff. Just remind Brandon of stuff, because I forget constantly. I told Vince during our walkthrough that I was going to tell him about an incident that happened to me personally, and I've not told anybody this because I'm not the kind of person that sits there and tries to up the next person with their paranormal story. Even though I've got lots of them that I think might be legit. Well, I had one here at Hellscream. When I was filming, you see all these pictures on the wall? I'm the one that put these pictures on the wall. I shot a promotional video for Hellscream for this season, for the last season, 2015 season. I shot their promotional video that they send out and all that stuff. And I was the one who put all these pictures on the wall. I was trying to make like a little crime tracer type thing, and I cut out a bunch of newspaper articles and put up pictures. This is Mama Chris, there's Perry, there's, I thought it looked alright. I still think it looks alright, and I guess they did too because I kept it. But while I was doing this, something a little strange happened. You see, none of this stuff was here. It was an empty room. None of this stuff was here. It was just literally an empty room and this stuff right here. Well, I had a bunch of magazines that I was cutting pictures out of. And I wanted to tell Vince this during the walkthrough, and I completely forgot because I'm getting old. I was a former professional wrestler. I got hit in the head with chairs a lot, and I think that's finally affecting me. But anyways, to the story, there was a stack of magazines on a table right here. This was a table. And there's no breeze in here. These windows are not going to open. No, actually, there was windows here, but now they shut them off. But the windows were not open. There was no, I don't think there's even a vent or anything in here. But I was hanging the stuff up here, taping these up here and doing whatever I could. I stapled these, you know, just whatever. And then the magazine stack right there, literally there's like 2 magazines. I think Taylor Swift was on the cover of like Time magazine or whatever it was, or People, or who cares. And it opened. Straight up opened. Pretend there's a magazine here, and it opened. Now, I'm over here, and I remember I was looking down, I was getting a piece of tape, and I was like trying to get a piece of tape off. You know how the tape sometimes closes, and then you have to kind of scrape it with your thumbnail to get the tape open again. That's what happened to me, and I'm struggling with this little piece of whatever tape this is I have on these little name tags right here. I was struggling with it, and then I look over, and I saw it open. That's my story. That's it. I know it's not that exciting or anything. Nothing kicked me in the nuts. Nothing came out and said boo. But how did that happen? I don't know. You tell me. This heard like a knocking. It's kind of weird. Oh, there it is. Time magazine. That's what it was. Taylor Swift and Time magazine. I did not cut her eyes out. That's creepy. But what was the knocking? Oh, wait a minute. We're right by Charlie. Hey. Let me put this over here for a second. I'm going to have a seat with Charlie. All right. Charlie, do you mind if I sit in your wheelchair real quick? Am I sitting on you? I'm sorry if I am. So the medium said that you're very attached to this chair. Now, do I thoroughly believe in mediums? Do I believe in psychic phenomenon and all that stuff? I'm going to say no. But she seems like a really nice person. She seems to know what she's doing. She seems to at least talk a very good game. And I mean that in the most respectful way possible. But I just, since it doesn't happen to me, I have no 100% proof, and I only go by 100% proof. Not knocking them, not at all. Love them to death, look forward to working with them in the future. But I'm selfish, like I said, and if I don't get it, then I don't get it. But just in case, for the sake of dexterity and for the sake of doing an interesting segment on this show, let's say that this wheelchair belongs to a guy named Charlie at some old military medical station, some 80-something-year-old guy when he died. He was an Air Force vet. Let's say that, and he's supposed to be real grumpy. I guess his family turned on him and all that stuff. That's a bummer, man. What do you mean by your family turned on it? Like, I guess your wife died and your kids just stopped visiting you and you're in the nursing home here or whatever it was? Now, here's the thing, Charlie. I don't have, like, voice recorders and all the funny gadgets and stuff. So you got to talk to me, okay? I'm not going to listen to something later for hours and hours and hours and hope I hear your voice. You need to talk to me. If you got a grumpy old voice, then do it. I'll out-grumpy you any day of the week. Trust me. I'm the grumpy old man now, okay? I'm in your chair. I'm the grumpy old man. And I'm sitting here wanting to hear what you got to say, but I can't hear so well. I'm like, huh? What did you say, Charlie? Huh? I'm hearing yelling, but it sounds like it's coming from like downstairs. It could be from outside. There are windows right here. when you're doing an investigation in a place like this that's so big, it almost feels like you're like driving, like captaining a battleship, and you're the only one on board. And it's a little overwhelming because there's so many things that could be happening all at once, and I don't have 74 cameras. But Charlie, what did you do in the military? Air Force? I mean, were you a pilot? Did you fuel airplanes? Did you stand on the deck and do this with 2 glowy sticks? It's like a rave. You don't even know what that means, do you, Charlie? I don't either. I don't. I stay away from those kids. Since you've been in this chair, I don't know when you died or anything like that, but they got these really cool things called hover rounds. And you can go to the Grand Canyon in a hover round. It's like a motorized wheelchair. It's pretty awesome. They got other ones that can make you stand up. They got all kinds of cool stuff nowadays. You picked the wrong time to be a double amputee. All right, Charlie, I tell you what, man, I've given you all I've got. I've been sitting in your wheelchair for quite a while now. I haven't heard nothing, I ain't seen nothing, I haven't felt nothing. So I don't believe you're here. I don't believe you're here. You have to prove to me that you're here. Otherwise I'm just sitting here like a moron talking to myself. Well, I'll tell you what, Charlie. I'll be back time and time again filming Hellscream Inc. Season 3, 4, 5. I'm sure we'll see each other again if you're here, which I don't believe you are. Until then, I bid you farewell. I have too many rooms to go to sit here and be ignored. I will not be ignored. And this is where Glenn Close boils the bunny. Next.